A Federation Square street performer in a pink leotard has been targeted in a vile verbal attack by a far-right group. United Patriots Front leader Blair Cottrell unleashed on the entertainer, chasing him until he found police for help. Kieran Jones has more.
The community rallies around a bullied busker. Melbourne performer Daniel Oldacre, known as Dandy Man, was back on stage 2 days after being forced from it by an unruly mob of far-right nationalists led by convicted vilifier Blair Cottrell.
He's wearing a G-string in front of kids, man.
Cottrell's group, the United Patriots Front, had walked from a nearby rally when they confronted Daniel.
What's happening here? You want to have a fight or something?
They unplugged his microphone and chased him into the crowd, forcing the worried showman to call for help.
Please, please!
Do you rely on the police?
Cottrell and his crew then turned their attention to another man nearby
What are you going to do about it?
before forcing Daniel to leave.
You're not welcome! You're not welcome!
But it seems that it's Cottrell's aggression which is unwelcome in the community.
You don't want Blair Cottrell and his mates being the arbiter of what's decent on the streets of Melbourne. It's got nothing to do with him, nothing at all.
It was rather pathetic.
Despite the trauma of what he's been through, Daniel's committed to continuing his performing career and was back to drawing big crowds again this afternoon.
I'm a friend of Daniel's, and so I just wanted to come down and support him because he just does so much fantastic work.
And I don't think there's any place in our community for putting people down, for bullying.
And with the final reveal of a leotard alliance, Daniel showed he's taking it all in his stride.
It's just so great that Dan's back out on the street. We love him.
Kieran Jones, 9 News.
All right, now what's been happening on the United Patriots front?
Well, a disgusting video has emerged of a performer in Melbourne's Federation Square being attacked by a far-right group because the leader of the United Patriots Front, Blair Cottrell, didn't like what the busker was wearing.
What's happening here? You want to have a smile or something?
You're not welcome here. There's kids here. What are you doing? Are you a pedophile?
Please, get the police!
He's not doing
I'm
anything.
doing a show, you idiot!
You sick man. You're showing your dick at the world in front of kids. Like, shit.
Hi, Blair! Solidarity, baby! I stand with you, buskers. This is actually amazingly comfy. Hey! Thanks for your taxes, Blair. Much appreciated. Woo! Oh, feels good. Oh, looks bad. But there you go, Blair Cottrell out there, worrying about little kiddies, and good on him for being so concerned about kids and their role models. I agree, Blair. Like the time you wanted to hang a picture of Hitler in every Australian classroom. For those of you in doubt, he meant Adolf Hitler there. Arguably the worst Hitler, I'd say. Hey! Blair Cottrell is also the ex-leader of the United Patriots Front, a fascist offshoot of Reclaim Australia. He's expressed radical anti-Jew, anti-woman and pro-Nazi views online. He spent time in prison for arson, admitted to stalking, attempting to kill an ex's partner with a tomahawk and using violence and terror to manipulate women. But there's more. Back in January, Channel 7 came under fire for airing an interview with Cottrell, which failed to mention his criminal history or to provide context. The context being, he fucking sucks. So surely no one in their right mind would offer this violent, racist, sexist bully a spot on primetime television to tell his side of the story.
We invited Cottrell to tell us his side of the story. He declined our invitation.
What are you doing, the project? Also, thank you for all the work you provided me over the years. I appreciate it. Love you guys. But come on! Bet you wish you had me now, don't you, project? I'm as respected as my lead, aren't we? See you at the Logies, guys. Now, obviously, this guy should not be on TV at all. Unfortunately, for us, the ABC's insisted on fair and balanced reporting, and we hear both sides. So please welcome him. Here he is, Blair Cottrell, everyone. Blair Cottrell. Hello, Blair. All right, now, obviously, that was a very disturbing video that we saw there.
Okay, sorry, I think you're confused. I'm not Blair Cottrell, I'm Greg.
I know you're Greg, but we're doing a sketch and you're pretending to be Blair Cottrell and you'll say funny things.
Oh, no, we actually did get Blair Cottrell.
What?
He's here, this is Blair Cottrell.
This?
Yeah, this is Blair Cottrell.
But that looks like shit.
Yeah, that's Blair Cottrell. I don't understand, like, it was really hard to get him. I'm just here as his...
That's Blair. This is Blair.
This is Blair Cottrell.
Okay, I see.
So I like, he can't communicate. I can listen to him and translate, so that's why I'm here.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. Blair, why did you attack an innocent bystander? What were you hoping to achieve with that?
Okay, sorry. What's that, Blair? Okay. He said, I'm Blair Cottrell and I'm a piece of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a hot take.
It's a really hot take. Steaming hot take.
Steaming hot take. Yeah, the project really missed out on a wonderful interview there, and they were right to ask you to come on the show, Blair, I must say.
Okay, sorry, what was that, Blair? He said, yes, TV is not diverse enough. It doesn't feature enough opinions from people who act like pieces of shit like me. So thank you for providing me a piece of shit with a platform.
Well, you're very welcome. Blair Cottrell, everybody. Blair Cottrell. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Greg.
Back out there today, but the whole thing looks so terrifying. How are you going? How are you holding up?
A little bit shaken, but today having my family and everyone there, the whole community, the circus theatre and comedy community came together today in Melbourne. It was great.
So take us back to when it all started. Could you see them coming in from the outside, or do they kind of just appear from nowhere for you as the performer in the middle?
Yeah, they kind of just appeared to my right, yeah, and then I just realised, okay, I've been in I've performed in 30 countries for the last 23 years, and I'm a pretty good judge of character, and then I I thought they were part of the football. I had no idea that this was happening on this particular day. And so, yeah, I just thought they must have been part of a football group or something. I had no idea who. Not football, just that they were. Yeah,
That it was going to turn.
That it was going to turn. Yeah, and so I just started walking away from them, and then they got closer, and that's when I felt threatened. And
yeah, pretty quickly you realised something was going on. Watching the video I saw, and you're certainly afraid for your own safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel, were you happy with the police response?
Yeah, they were great. Yeah, I ran across the road. They said just stay behind us, and then they came and diffused the situation, and I just felt comfortable then packing up my gear, and it felt like the public felt comfortable, and the public kind of, yeah.
It was interesting, as you were watching that footage back, it's still obviously extremely difficult for you.
Yeah, I just feel that, you want to feel safe in your community, and Melbourne being obviously the most livable city in the world, you feel like this is what this shouldn't be happening. Yeah, I want to feel comfortable.
The twisted irony is they're saying you shouldn't be doing that in front of kids, but they're using that language and saying those things in front of kids and ruining a show. Those kids wouldn't be there if their parents don't want them to be there.
I've performed 30 countries all around the world, the Melbourne Comedy Festival, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, the Adelaide Fringe Festival. So many shows, theatre, the Opera House. Yeah, so there's just...
For everything that these guys said and did, there were some ordinary Australians that stood up to them. What did that mean to you?
It just made me realise that the public are there for us, and that the more people are enjoying art and being part of the culture of Melbourne, that's the most important thing that we need to...
There's one boy who went up to you, I think you were probably a bit shaken at the time, but he had his little Minecraft sword and he just wanted to say to you, thanks for it.
He was the volunteer in the show that then he went back to the audience.
I think we've got some of the vision of it, actually, here, of him trying to follow you around. Is it there?
Yeah, he was the volunteer.
Oh.
Thanks.
What a great young kid. I mean, it's a striking outfit, there's no doubt about that. I don't think I could pull it off, to be honest. But it's, it's actually like, in a way, it's less revealing than, say, this outfit that the man who was wearing, actually, like that's the man who was causing the trouble there. That's,
really?
In a Speedo, which seems to be more revealing than what actually you're wearing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a parody. It's a parody on the culture of Australia, on sport, on swimming. It's a costume,
Yeah.
It's a traditional costume for like many years.
Do you get a bit cold? I mean, Daniel, it's freezing in Melbourne at the moment.
Cold. I think that's part of it. I think why people are like, wow, he's so brave.
I know you went back out there this afternoon, but is there part of you that's scared to go back out there again, or you feel fine now? You're okay?
I was listening to a podcast about the reptilian brain, and that we really just... this happen, we just want to curl up in a ball like a reptile, but I just went, no, there's hope in the world, and I need to be optimistic and realise that I want the people of Melbourne to feel comfortable in our beautiful city. Yeah.
Well, all the best with everything. Good luck with it all out there, and we appreciate your time. Would you please thank Daniel?
What's the problem, guys? Where's the police? Where's the police now?
Sick fuck! Fucking pedo child. What are you fucking doing? You sick fuck! You're fucking with your dick hanging out. You're fucking disgusting. Police! Police! The police! 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 Get the police! I'm doing a show, you idiots!
Why are you dressed up like that in front of kids, mate? Why do you have to dress like that in front of children?
Pedophile! Fucking scum! Disgusting!
I'll come and help you, mate.
Please. Who the fuck do you think you are? Fucking maggot.
Yeah, fuck off.
Look at my face, brother, remember me.
Yeah, you can put your fucking mask on, mate.
Tony, come back with more. Oh, you got it, yeah.
Bunch it up, boys. Bunch it up. Complain. Make a complaint. He's trying to use the God. He's trying to use bureaucracy. Make a complaint.
You want to say something about it, Black?
It's just disgusting. It's just not on. Look at this guy. There's kids here, and he's dressed like that. And he's saying, "Oh, there's too much masculinity in the world." What's he talking about? Like, is he a pedophile? It's just disgusting, man.
Is this why we're on
Hey, hey, mate, hey, please, is that indecent exposure or what?
No, it's not. He's actually authorised, approved by the city council, so he's got
to dress like that in front of children?
Yep, he is.
He's approved by the council to dress like that?
Yeah, that's right.
Who approved it?
Well, I'm not the council.
Well, we're going to have to find out because that's disgusting. That's
if you want to make some complaints, you can, but at the moment he's entitled to do that. Legally entitled to do it. Fellas.
That's disgusting, mate. I don't know. How do you work for a mob like that? That's disgusting.
I don't work for a mob.
Would you let your kids watch something like that?
That's beyond me. If you want to make a complaint with the city council, do that. We're just dealing with it. All right, dude. There's a few games for you. All right, Jen. Just enjoy your day. All right.
You can't say, can you?
Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks, mate, fellas. We'll see
you can't dress normal. This guy, unless you don't know what's going on. This guy's dressed in like a one-piece G-string, and he's dancing to this music. And there's kids around here watching him.
You can see he's sharp.
And I said, yeah, you can see his.
This is the decline in our culture, man.
And I told him, mate, like this isn't really on, you know. And he goes, "Oh, do you want to fight? Is that what you want?" So I approached him, and he backed off and laid on the ground. So I went to get some of my colleagues, and we turned his amp off. He screamed for the police and acted like a victim. Australia doesn't want it, mate. They don't want it.
Pedophile scum off our streets.
You're not welcome. 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 You're not welcome.